guys, so for today's video I'm doing like an abstract Christmas design. So to start off, I'm just taking Mimosa and Electric Denim from Madam Glam, and I'm mixing those two together because I needed a green. All the greens that I have are like neon greens, and that's not the kind of green that I was going for. I wanted a darker green, but I didn't really have the right kind of green that I was looking for. So I took these two colors thinking that if I mix them together, I could get the green that I was looking for. And it definitely was a lot less neon than the greens that I have, but it just wasn't the right like shade to get to be the green that I wanted. It was looking more like the Grinch, which really wasn't what I was going for. I was looking for more of like Christmas tree green. And like I said, I don't really have any greens that are like that. So after I mixed this, I did mix in a little bit of a darker blue to see if that would give me kind of what I was looking for. But it didn't. It just made this be like a little bit of a darker Grinch green. So I decided that this wasn't gonna work. Green is kind of a hard color for me to mix up and get like the perfect green that I'm looking for. I honestly just need to find the green I want, that I usually want whenever I'm doing green, and just buy it. But until then, I'm going to continue struggling to mix it. So after that was a fail, I took Perfect Green from Madam Glam, which is, to me, it pulls a little more blue, so it looks a little more teal-ish. It looks way more teal on camera than it does in person. Like, it looks more green in person, but it still kind of leans more blue to me. So I just took that Mimosa and Electric Denim and mixed that into it to hopefully try and get more of the kind of green that I was looking for. And I did very little, or did I use the darker blue? I don't know which blue I used there. That looked like it was the darker blue. I think it was like Scorpio season or something. Anyhow, I mixed way more of the yellow into this to try and get more of like, less of a blue green and more of like, I guess more of a like true toned green, you could say. And it still didn't end up being, oh yeah, that is the darker one. That is Scorpio season, not Electric Denim. Anyhow, it ended up not being exactly what I was looking for, but I felt like it was close enough, and it was going to be as close as I could get to the type of green that I was looking for. Like I said, green is always such a hard color for me to mix up, so I was really struggling, and I didn't want to keep mixing up a bunch of different colors and trying to get it. So I just went with this one. I was like, you know what, it's good enough. I'll just use it. So I painted this entire nail with it. I did end up doing 2 coats of it, and I cured each coat for 60 seconds. after that, I took Power Up from Nails by Dev and painted this nail with that, again doing 2 coats and curing each coat for 60 seconds. And then after getting that red and green nail painted, I did wipe them off with some alcohol because I was going to do some isolated chrome design. And I mentioned this in a previous video, I don't know which one, how isolated chrome designs work really well if you put down your base color and then wipe that sticky layer off and then do your design with your top coat right on top of that, and the chrome absolutely will not stick to your base layer. I know previously I've been saying to matte top coat and then buff it and it won't stick, and that does work most of the time, but sometimes it doesn't work as well. Like in my last video where I did my own nails, where it was like that blue and brown set, I did the matte top coat and buffing it and then putting the chrome powder on, and it still stuck to the base. But yeah, recently I've discovered that if you lay your base color down and then wipe that off, or wipe the sticky layer off, and then go in and do your design, it works a whole lot better and the chrome does not stick to the base. So I'm just going in with my shiny top coat from LGN, drawing on my design, and then once I get it drawn on, I do go ahead and cure for 15 seconds and then apply the chrome powder to that. And for this, I wanted to do like a green on green look and then like a red on red look. And the red on red was a lot more successful because those reds were kind of similar. I mean, they were different enough to where you could tell the difference of the shades, but they were similar enough to where like they looked like they were the same color. I feel like the green chrome and the green that I'm using to paint the nails were just so different, and it wasn't as successful in my opinion. And the green that I mix up is still a little too blue. It definitely looks way more blue on camera than it does in person, but even still in person, it still does look a little more blue, and like I wanted it more green. I wanted it kind of to be similar to the green that this chrome powder is, but be just a tiny bit darker than that. So yeah, the green chrome on this green color that I mixed up isn't really my favorite, but it worked for the set. Like, it all came together in the end. And then I just did the same thing for the red nail, did my design, cured that for 15 seconds, and then applied the chrome powder. And then I did top coat those two nails with a top coat that I have specifically dedicated to chrome and glitters, because I wasn't sure if I was going to do something on top of this or like add anything on top of it. And if I didn't want to like not like what I did and then have to wipe it off and then wipe off all of the chrome. So I'm just top coating to seal the chrome in and protect it in case I did end up doing something to this nail later on. And after I got the top coat applied, I did go ahead and cure for 60 seconds. And then for these next two nails, I painted one the red and the other one the green. Again, no, I didn't do two coats. I only did one coat on these ones because I put the chrome on top of these. So I only did one coat of the red and one coat of the green. And I cured for 60 seconds, then applied a top coat, cured that for 15 seconds, and then applied the chrome powders to this. So I put the red chrome powder over the red and the green chrome powder over the green because I was just kind of winging it on this set. I didn't really know what I was doing. I mean, that's what I do for most of my sets anyhow. Very rarely do I ever plan out a set. I usually get an idea and then I just run with that idea and try and figure it out as I go instead of like drawing it out or anything. But like I said, when I was doing this, I kind of got the idea to do like opposite. So like on those first two nails I did the plain base with chrome on top. So I thought, what if I did chrome on the base and then did like some design with the plain gel polish on top and see how that looked. So I did apply the chrome to the nails, and then after I got the chrome applied, I did go ahead and top coat those nails, and I cured the top coat for 60 seconds because like I said, I'm going to do a design on top of these, and I knew I was going to end up messing up that design since I had no plan of what that design was going to be. I wanted to make sure that the chrome was sealed in and I wasn't going to wipe away any of the chrome whenever I did decide to do whatever design it was I was going to do. So after sitting there for a while trying to decide what I was going to do, I decided I was going to do some design with blooming gel. So I'm just going in and applying the blooming gel to this nail, and I decided to just do some like random dots on the nail. I started out by doing the dots in like a like S pattern, and I didn't really like it because I felt like it wasn't taking up enough space. So then I tried to add a couple more dots in there and it just wasn't working out. So then I wiped that off and decided to go about it a little differently and just do the dots in like a diagonal, going all the way down the nails. And I really liked how that looked, so I left it, let it bloom a little bit, and then cured that for 60 seconds. And then I went ahead and did the same thing for the green nail. And then for the middle nail, I went in with the white from Ball Pit and painted the entire nail with that. I think I did 2 coats of it and I cured each coat for 60 seconds. And for this nail, I had the idea to do like Christmas lights on it. So I was going to apply the blooming gel and then like dot on the different colors of Christmas lights, so the red, green, yellow, and blue, like the fun Christmas lights, not the boring Christmas lights that everybody has up now that are just, you know, the white ones or whatever. I wanted the fun colorful ones for this set. But anyhow, I started out by putting them in the S pattern that I tried to do on the other nails, and I didn't really like how that was looking. I think I tried it twice. I tried it with like small dots first, and then I was like, that's too small, let me try with bigger dots. So then I did it with the bigger dots, and in between doing the dots I just wiped off my dotting tool real quick on a paper towel, just to keep things moving super quick, because with the blooming gel, like it can spread out too far and I didn't want it to spread too much. But so like I said, I did it with the small dots here first, didn't like how that looked. Then I did it with the bigger dots and I still didn't like how that looked. So then I was like, let me try just doing it like around the perimeter of the nail. Like maybe that would look cuter, and then I could put like a little charm in the middle of the nail, so then it looks like kind of like how houses look, outlined with Christmas lights. My nail would be outlined with Christmas lights, and then you have like your little Christmas decoration there in the middle. But I ended up not liking that either. You can see I also kind of went a little crazy with the dots. Like I felt like maybe there was also too much white space, and that's why I wasn't liking it. And then that's when I did the bigger dots, because I was like, maybe I just need the bigger dots to take up a little more space. And like I said, I just was not liking how this was looking, especially with the other 4 nails. It was just a huge contrast, and it just wasn't fitting in very well. I think the concept that I had was super cute and would look cute, but with a different set. Like if it was more of like a colorful kind of Christmas set and I wasn't just really focusing on like red and green on those other nails, I think it could have worked out. Like for my junk nails, I think this type of design would have went really well with the junk nails because there was all kinds of different colors on there from all the different charms and stuff. But I just feel like with this one, since it's like not monochromatic because I have two colors. What is that? I'm not even gonna try and say that. I think it's like duochromatic. Yeah, duochromatic, I believe. Since it's two colors. What was I saying? Yeah, I have like this duochromatic type of look going on with the other nails, and this nail just stood out way too much, so it just wasn't really fitting in. So I ended up scrapping the Christmas light idea and went a different route with it, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stick with the red and green theme and do something with that. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I sat there and thought for a while, and I was like, what if I put down this silver hollow gel polish down? I think I did 2 coats of this because this one coat you could still see the white through it. I probably should have just gotten a whole new nail, but I didn't feel like doing that at the moment, so I just went right over the white, did 2 coats of that, cured each coat for 60 seconds, and then I was like, I'll use a jelly red and or a jelly green or a combination of the 2 colors to create some sort of design on here so you can still see the glitter underneath, because I didn't just want it to be silver glitter. I wanted to keep the red and green going. And I'm like, I can do something with this to keep it going through and add some glitter on here. So then I was like, I'll do an ombre that's kind of quick and easy. So I'm using Bloodbath and Zombie from Nails by Dev. I started with Bloodbath, applied that up by the cuticle area, and then ombre'd that down. I'm not gonna lie, my ombre was not coming out very well, but I went with it anyhow. And then I cured that for 60 seconds and then applied Zombie to the nail again, or at the, why am I saying again? At the free edge, and then ombreing that up into the red again. The ombre just was not working out very well. I think I wiped it off and redid it because it just wasn't blending out, or it went too far up or something. I don't know. I wiped it off and redid the green, and then once I got the green good enough, I did go ahead and cure for 60 seconds, and the green that I mixed up ended up matching really well with this green jelly color, because it's kind of leans a little more blue, and the green that I mixed up leans a little more blue. But again, this was not the green that I was going for, and I really wasn't happy with this green. Like, seeing it in the jelly form just really made me not like it and realize like this was not the right green to use, but it matched with the green that I had mixed up, so I just went with it. And then I did do a second coat on the red and the green ombre, and cured each color individually for 60 seconds. This nail here just bothered me, because like, even though it was the green and red, it still really didn't match with the rest of the set, and like my original idea didn't match, and I didn't know what else to do. And honestly, I wasn't trying to take too much time to figure something out and like really think too hard about what was going to work or what wasn't. I was just, you know, going with it and hoping that it was going to work. And in the end, I mean, it kind of works, but also it kind of doesn't. Like, the colors match, but design-wise, it just kind of stands out and doesn't make much sense with the rest of the set. So if you are like freestyling a set, you can always run into the issue where, you know, the set just doesn't come together as a whole like you were planning on. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. That's just, you know, what happens when you wing it and just, you know, go with the flow and see what happens when you throw a random set together. But after doing this ombre and I wasn't really happy with it and the colors didn't blend very well, I decided I was going to take a charm and stick it right in the middle to kind of cover that up. So I applied some rhinestone glue in the middle of the nail, and then I applied my top coat to the rest of it, and I just took this little Santa charm, plopped him right down in the middle so he covered up most of that ombre so you couldn't see that it was a mess. Cured that for 60 seconds, and then I went in and top coated the rest of the nails and then cured that for 60 seconds. And this is the finished result. I like the thumb, pointer, ring, and pinky nails. I think those look super cool with the chrome and the cream gel polish like mix going on, especially those nails with the blooming dots on them. I think that looks super cool. And then that middle nail, I think I should have just stuck with the like chrome and cream like mix going on there instead of going off the rails and doing this glitter thing that I did. Like I said, it doesn't really match very well with the rest of the set. Like, it matches because it's red and green and like Christmas and whatever, but it doesn't match like design wise, and I think that's what upsets me the most about it. Like, the colors match pretty perfectly, but like just the design itself is not really it. But overall, I do think this set does give Christmas vibes because it's red and green, your traditional Christmas. This is a very traditional Christmas set, but with like an abstract, different type of mix going on there. And I like the idea and I like the concept. I just needed to take the time to actually think about it a little more and like kind of refine it and figure out what exactly to do, especially with that middle nail, because it's just not my favorite. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.